Okay, another story from the House of Cats. This time it's a traditional tale from Belgium, and it's called The Traveller from Paradise. There was an old woman who had been widowed and remarried. One day, while her second husband was working on the farm, a travelling man came knocking at the door in search of a bite to eat, so she gave him a bit of bread and cheese. "Oh, this is good, ma'am," he said, "very good." "Have you come far?" she asked him. "Oh, from Paris," he said. Now, this woman was a bit simple and a bit on the deaf side too. So when he said Paris, she thought he said paradise. "That's a coincidence," she said. "That's where they say my first husband went when he died. I wonder if you know him." The travelling man cottoned on fast. "Know him?" he said. "Why, he's my next-door neighbour. He told me to drop in if I happened to be passing." "How is he then?" she said. "He's well enough," said the travelling man, "and makes the best of things, but to tell you the truth, paradise isn't all it's cracked up to be. Take clothes, for instance. They don't give you any new clothes. Would you believe this was my best suit that I was buried in?" The old woman looked him up and down. "All rags and tatters." "It never is," she said. "Oh, my poor husband. We buried him in nothing but a winding sheet." "Like I said," said the travelling man, "he makes the best of things. Says it makes him look a bit like a Roman emperor." "All the same, I can't have him walking around like that," said the woman. "Can you hang on a moment? I'll put a few things together for him to wear, and you can take them back to him." "I'd be happy to," said the travelling man. And while she was doing that, he was looking around the kitchen and munching on his bread and cheese. "The food's not too good either," he said. "I haven't tasted home-baked bread since, well, you know." "Take the rest of the loaf back with you," she said, "and I can soon make some more. And how are you off for cheese?" "There's no cheese in paradise." "Oh, well, you'd better take that too." "And no meat either," said the travelling man, eyeing the leg of lamb hanging over the fireplace. "They're all vegetarians there." "No meat? Dear, dear." In went the leg of lamb. But do you know what he misses most? It's your homemade apple pie. "Well, isn't that lucky? I've just made one." In went the apple pie, along with a small keg of beer, the old man's pipe, and a pouch of tobacco. "But how am I to carry all this?" the travelling man said, when she'd pretty well stripped the kitchen bare. "Why, you can borrow the donkey. Bring him back next time you're passing." "I will," he said. "I will." Off went the travelling man, leading the laden donkey. Now, back came the second husband, hot and hungry from working out in the fields all day. He went to put the horse away. But what did he find? The donkey had gone. "Where's the donkey?" he asked her. Then, "Where's my supper?" And then, "Where are my Sunday boots?" Well, it wasn't long before he had the whole story out of her, of the travelling man from paradise. "Oh, you silly old woman," he cried when he was mounting his horse and setting off down the road lickety-split after his donkey, his boots, and his supper. He hadn't gone far when he came across a man lying flat on his back by the roadside. "Are you hurt?" said the farmer. "I'm fine," said the man. "I just saw the most amazing thing. I saw a man leading a donkey." "Yes, where did they go?" said the farmer. Up there, up into the sky, walking up a sunbeam of light as easy as if they were walking along the road." "They never did." "I'm telling you they did. If you're quick you can still see them. Lie down here. I'll hold your horse for you." So the farmer gave him his horse to hold and lay down by the roadside, while the travelling man, for that's who it was, although I dare say you guessed, vaulted into the saddle and was off and away, pausing just long enough to collect the donkey and its load from the wood up in the road where he'd hidden it. "Why did you rush off like that?" the old woman demanded when the farmer limped in the door. "And what have you done with the horse?" "And why did you call me a silly old woman?" she asked him. He wasn't going to admit he'd been had for a fool. "Why, for not waiting till I came home," he said, "so I could lend him the horse. I suppose you'd have let him walk all the way back to paradise." The end. I quite liked that. That was a good story. That was The Traveller from Paradise in from Belgium. Story from Belgium in the book The House of Cats.